All right, up next is A Quiet Place. And this one would have been a daunting task in the old Walking Dead building, which they've completely gutted now. And I like on the screens here at Hollywood, there is a team member that works at Universal Studios Hollywood that is hearing impaired. And actually, this is the first house to utilize American Sign Language as we take a look here. And she trained the scare actors that were in the house using American Sign Language as warning. A Quiet Place was an extremely impressive themed walkthrough of sets that made you feel like you were right in the movie. I think Hollywood maybe did a better job of hiding some of the creatures. They were a little more telegraphed in Florida, but Florida had some incredible stuff too, like the start of the house in Florida, the kind of sensory deprivation, completely dark, quiet, no audio, and then you'd have a scare from one of the Death Angels. But Hollywood did a fantastic job of getting scares out of the victim as well, out of the human characters, and the human characters utilizing the American Sign Language was much more evident, I thought, in the Hollywood house. I'm really amazed at how they transformed the old Walking Dead building, which since has been used for Universal Horror Hotel and Evil Dead Rise. I think they knocked down all the walls. The sets in here were expansive. They were beautiful. The animatronics were really something to behold. Some of them were just immense, enormous, and just, captured that sense of dread, of literally walking on eggshells or trying not to walk on eggshells. It was phenomenally done, and I'm sure a huge challenge creatively. And now my thoughts on the counterpart version at HHN in Orlando. A Quiet Place. And this in the museum kind of flip-flops. There you see some of the animatronics, and that's going to be where the scares come from. Now, the reason it jumps ahead of museum is just the sets. There's a full boat in there in the water that you could hear bobbing up and down. There's this, big finale. It really was the beginning also with the Orlando house, completely dark and no noise. But if you want to talk about aliens, I think Magdoll is the real scary alien animatronic over there at the ET ride. Yeah, Magdoll is creepy to be sure, but who won out, Hollywood or Orlando? This one might be too close to call. They both definitely have their pluses and minimal minuses. For Hollywood, I was just so impressed with how they gutted the entire old Walking Dead building and experience. The sets were really big. Back in the day, that was tight corners. And now you had that full farmhouse facade in there, silo and these big animatronics. And that was really cool to see in that building that in the past was Walking Dead, then Horror Hotel, and Evil Dead Rise, which worked in close confines because, you know, apartment building setting. But now to see these big, wide sets was really cool to see what they pulled off. I think Hollywood did a better job of hiding some of the animatronics. You'd turn the corner, a Death Angel would be right there. They were a little more, I think, telegraphed in Orlando, although in Hollywood, the big set animatronics you would kind of see coming. But it didn't diminish the fact that this was an incredibly themed walkthrough that made you feel immersed in A Quiet Place 1 and 2. And, you know, with that, both did a great job. Now, Orlando had that sensory deprivation area, which I thought was really cool. Pitch black hallway, no audio, no light, and you'd go through, it was hard to know how far ahead the people in front of you were, and then all of a sudden, flashlight, Death Angel right in your face. That was cool. Big sets, the big finale in those kind of underground bunkers, big pipes, where people were settling, you know, with a Death Angel kind of closing in on a victim. So that was cool. The boat bobbing up and down, big sets in Orlando. Both really delivered a great immersive experience. I think another big plus for the Hollywood house, though, was really integrating the American Sign Language. I thought it was such a great story that they had a team member that was hearing impaired that trained the scare actors how to do ASL, and you could that was really evident in the house with the human characters, and I really loved that. So that'll do it this time from Theme King TK. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Don't make too much noise, though, or the Death Angels will find you, and consider subscribing. We'll see you next time.